I've been running a software company for the past 3 years, and I'm going to show you the easiest and fastest way that you can use AI in your company. And I think everybody needs to be doing this. And that is by building custom ChatGPTs. So a lot of people don't know this, but you on ChatGPT can go and train your own model or version of ChatGPT based on data that you tell it to use. And this is really powerful because you can basically create mini AI agents. And so when I say AI agent, it's almost like a little AI employee, right? Now, they can't interact with things. They can't use your laptop for you just yet. And there are ways to build that too. But that might require, a bit of development experience or hiring somebody. It's maybe a little bit more headache. But if you just want to get started, and if you're curious about how can I use a little bit more AI in my business, one of the easiest use cases, when you go on ChatGPT, on the sidebar, there's a little menu item that says Explore GPTs. You go there and you go to the button on the top right, which says Create, and then you can instruct it on how to behave and you can test it as you go. The way this gets really powerful is when you tell it how you like to write your LinkedIn post, for example. And I don't suggest that GPT write your LinkedIn post completely for you, because the ideas themselves are going to be AI generated, and I think that's never the same as using your own brain to actually think of things, because it doesn't have the same experiences as you do on a day-to-day basis. But it can help you format them really quickly. You can tell it how to format scripts for your company, which is something that we do for our shorts that we're doing now. You can train GPT on a custom data set. You can train it on a research report that your team put together. You could train it on a particular sales book. So actually, I know a guy who basically, he took the book Never Split the Difference and he put it into AI, and he basically trained a custom version of GPT on that book and then used it as a sales coach. And so he told it, hey, ChatGPT, this is my prospect. I want you to act like this prospect, and I want you to know everything in this book. And then let's simulate a 9 out of 10 difficulty closing situation where you're the customer. And then he will use the voice function on the ChatGPT app on your phone. And he basically simulated sales calls with really hard customers. And so he got really good at closing by doing that. He's not, a sales guy or whatever by training. He just needed to improve his sales a little bit, and that was a great way to use it. So you can train it on books, you can train it on internal resources, on documents, and then there's really complicated ways that you can do this, and you can scale this up so that it actively gets trained on new data whenever you add something to like your Google Drive or whatever. And that's where you get into the kind of the real AI automation territory. That's what a lot of businesses right now, I think, need, because they don't understand how half of this stuff works. But an easy way to start is just train a custom version of GPT with a little bit of your data. And you don't need to make anything massively fancy. You don't need to integrate it with anything else. You can do everything on the platform. It's not going to be able to act by itself, but you get to go query it for questions and things like that way faster. And I think there are a million different use cases for a custom trained GPT in your company, because people access the same information repeatedly. AI can help you access that faster. You're saving a lot of productivity, a lot of time, and in turn, that's actually going to make you a lot more money. That is, I think, the absolute easiest way that you can get started.